it's past time for getting hot. Session 3. It's actually session 4. We didn't record the first one because it was all Jin doing downtime. I already did that burn. But there it is again.
Look, Jen, don't worry about it. You're not old school Dax.
That's true.
No, that was another thing.
Yeah.
That turned into him and me just like barking code words at each other. Like going through it as fast as possible. We got 15 downtimes done like that.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
And he was like, I'll do trade, and I was like, roll your thing. Are you risking? And he'd be like, this. And it was just like one word between the two of us. And he'd be like, I'm rolling. And I'm like, you get this, do that. And
It was a neat little strategy game.
it was like an auction house. It was hilarious. The ones that would piss me off is he'd be like, seriously, before the session, he would send me a note about his downtimes.
Oh my god.
And I was like, number one, okay, you sent me this note. Yes, we could roll it off, but we're not. It's part of the play, right? We have to do this during the game, right? So this was part of me being like, maybe don't do 40. But but he's like, okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do before. And I'm like, fine. And we basically rehearsed a script. By the time the session started, I'd be like, okay, you're going to roll this, and then we'll do that. And I was like, okay, we'll call that move. Okay, you don't need to do both of these. We can do them just one. We'll call that one move, and it'll just get them. The one you'll get automatically, but the other one we'll just see. That's what the roll will be for. You're like, okay, good. And so we had rehearsed it step by step already, but without the dice. And then we did it live. With everybody sitting there. The pressure's on. Here's the ones that would piss me off, is when a motherfucker would improvise on the script. What the fuck am I doing? Why am I wasting my time? And he'd say, well, maybe I need another vote. I'm like,
Yep.
no! I would be like, well, that's that roll. We just roll it and see what you get. And I'd be like, 10 plus, you get it. 7 to 9, it's kind of crappy. If it fail, your face burns off. And he'd just go back and do the script anyway. Fucking damn it.
No, I remember when Dax Corvine was just a dude with a pole arm.
It's true.
Yeah, then he got a wagon and it just snowballed.
It's what a man has in life is his pole arm.
Got a couple coins, took a key. That was it.
That was fun. All that being said, session 3, y'all. We were screwing around too long. It's actually session 4, and I haven't fucking punched you with a real monster yet. So when you exit the valley, the skeletons start telling you the smoke is getting thicker. Smoke is getting thicker, Captain. Should we kill it? And
Not the smoke, no.
not yet. Not until my plans are fulfilled.
Yes.
That's pretty much, yeah. James Blackwater. And it's getting, like, your torches are having a harder time giving you light. And as you're coming up, kind of climbing against an incline. They don't have, like, steps or whatever. The valley doesn't end nicely. It is actually, you're gone into sort of a bowl, and you've got to, like, fucking climb your way out, and it's hard. But no, it won't have you roll anything. You get to, eventually everybody comes to the top, and the skeletons are sort of milling around up there as you're climbing up, James, the nimbler ones, and your big armored hand clasps over the gravel and pulls yourself up. And you kind of see you see the waste spread before you. The wastelands. But, like before, it's obscured. You can see distances because there are bright lights. despite the fact that the smoke is thicker, where you should be completely blind, you can see fires burning all around. Far as your eye can see. Just not like bonfires, just like the land that has ignited in these patches of flame. It looks like a fucking hellscape when you come to the top, James. But through the dark smoke, besides the fires on the ground, you can see a bright glow above you. You don't see a shape so much yet. You don't see what it is. It's not like a sun, it's sort of like oblong. Not too big, like your pinky nail sized, but it's floating there. And it seems to have a movement to it. What do you do?
I gaze around the what's it called? The terrain and see if there's a way through.
Terrain, if that's your real name. Yeah, roll discern realities. We'll start with that. Alright.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
Useful or valuable? Wow. I guess the best answer is your crew. Numbers will mean something. There's shit all around you, right? You're being surrounded, and this is somebody in a magical way telling you, "I have you surrounded." All right, there are guns pointed at you, laser sights on you from all directions. So having more numbers and larger numbers, or not being by yourself entirely, is what's going to help you.
What is what is about to happen?
You're just feeling the tremble of the low quake in the gravel. There's a rumbling in the earth itself. And it's imperceptible right now. Basically, you're just barely noticing it, but there's sort of a wobbliness, like vibration. There is a large host or something, right? It's many footsteps together approaching you. They are coming now.
Okay. And the last one. I do the thing. I want to show how What here is not what it appears to be. Well, shit, there's two of them. Yeah, what here is not what it appears to be. Like that.
You're staring around, taking note of it, and your eyes lock on to that orange thing floating in the sky. It's not floating. The movement it adds to it is like a bobbing.
Fuck.
like an animal, right? It's of some kind. As you look really close, in the shimmering orange glow, you think you can, just for a moment, just make out a horse's skull. But for that to be the horse's skull, up here where this blob is, connected to the ground beneath it, this horse is the size of a hill.
Okay.
And you hear that rumbling. And now you're realizing what that rumbling approach sound is. It's like hoofs, horse's hooves in a gallop.
Okay. Am I entering a battle?
Not yet. It's not here yet, but it's coming.
Cool. I want to start barking orders and telling my men to spread out across the hill and get ready
Okay.
to attack. Let's see this.
So Raylan and Quentin, you're both climbing up behind James. And this all happens to him in just a few moments, right? I mean, you're a few handholds over. It takes a few, like 10, 15 seconds as he looks around, sees what's there to be seen and everything. And you all see that when you're climbing, you're kind of behind him in line, and you can see him still standing at the ledge, right? And other people are waiting to climb up behind him. And somebody's yelling something at him, right? Like a skeleton's like, Captain! Captain! But he's not moving. He's just still for an awkwardly long time. And everything is quiet, and then everyone looks around nervous, like, what's going on? Something bad is happening. And there's just like a hushed silence. Nobody even coughs. And then James spins around, and he starts yelling battle orders to everyone, right? You guys aren't really a part of his crew, so you're not sure what's going on. But he is telling people, like, it sounds like there's a legion of deadly monsters up there, right? And they're just killing everybody now. What do you guys do?
I mean, I try to get up there quickly. I guess, like, oh man, the kids have like crazy magic powers.
Yes, they do.
I prepare to enjoy my last life.
The kids are, Tin is climbing on his own,
Right.
but the kids are both, like, strapped to and holding on to the backs of skeletons.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of interested in what Ten can do, though he's an adept and I have no magic. Anyway, yeah, I don't stop him. It's fine. I try to get up as quickly as I can to see what's up.
Okay. And Quentin, Raylan goes, like, climbing faster, right? He's trying to get up in the middle of stuff. What are you doing?
I stop for a moment, like before heading into whatever awaits. Stop for a moment. I start caressing the ring. Like, well, friend, this is my last. You've been here since the beginning, and I'm sure some other finger will get attached to you, or the other way around. I just don't know anymore. I'm gonna ask him, does he have anything he wants before we depart?
Okay, roll plus bond.
Kind of.
Spirit will give you an impression.
Fuck, I should have made a bond with him. Whatever.
You can feel Archibald's presence long before he speaks, right? Like he's pressed the button on the walkie-talkie. He just hasn't said anything. There's just silence. You can kind of hear a static waiting as Archibald is about to say something. Like he is thinking about something. But before he says anything, your eyes like creak open at the silence. It makes you uneasy for him to wait this long. And in the shimmer of your ring, in the gold, you see reflected in it a sort of twisty little shape. I mean, it's a round ring, so it's got like a little bit of a stretchy effect on their face.
Yeah.
But you can see that bastard with the crown. And he's got that... You see the hatchet, the big axe over his shoulder that he chopped the tree down with. But he's gripping onto a rock behind you, basically, right? And he's got a different weapon lifted. He has a phoenix in his hand, and he's about to gat you with it.
I guess this is more like Quentin doesn't really care, but I think it's instinct, right?
Yeah.
He turns around and pounces on whatever's behind him. I was climbing up a hill, right?
Yeah.
But I just turn around and jump. I don't know. Do I jump into
Yes,
nothing?
What you do is you leap over, right? No, just defy danger strength.
Okay. Ooh, strength. Is my small size an advantage here?
I don't. Is this a part of a racial move?
Yeah.
So it's when you use your small size to an advantage, you get a +1?
Yeah.
Is your small size an advantage?
I'm smaller, I weigh less, so the fall is gonna hurt a bit less, right? Isn't that physics? No?
Pain is a product of size as volume plus distance.
Look. Mass multiplied by gravity.
Yeah, mass times distance. Yeah. We're just gonna say yes, it is. It's easier for you to get around the rocks and stuff because you can spin around faster. So,
sure, 8.
Okay, got an 8. Yeah,
Just
I mean, you're gonna get in there. You're gonna deal damage. Like is this just a fist? Or are you just punching?
Yeah, I think so.
Quentin screams, dives over, and just punches. And when you do, you don't see a Quentin there, right? You just dive into black smoke, but you've got something in your hands. You just don't see anything, right? Because you latch onto this bastard and plant a fist in their jaw, deal damage. A 7. And it lets out a shriek this time, right? Last time you attacked it, didn't do much, right? This time you hit it, and you've got a hold of it, and it lets out a shriek like you did hurt it, but you go tumbling down the side of the hill with it. Sparrow.
Yes.
Yeah, you are the most removed from the immediate moment that goes on, but you do see them all sort of stop, and eventually you can tell they're like stymied by something, and you see James up there, right? Just standing there for a good long time. And then shit goes nuts. It looks like, I mean, you're at a distance from behind, so you get the whole panorama of skeletons starting to scramble and run over each other, some of them slipping, and James wheeling around, like screaming at everyone, whipping out his weapons, and Raylan, who didn't defy danger strength yet. Is in beast mode and crushes the crag. He's moving for Nickelodeon paraphernalia, and he gets to the top of the ledge. You see Quentin just dive over into a bunch of rocks and then just goes tumbling down the son of a bitch. But there's other skeletons too. Like, they don't all make it. Some of them are drunk. And there's everyone climbing and moving. What the fuck are you doing, Sparrow?
How far? I mean, So what she does, she's gonna move up. Um. She's gonna move up and try and determine what. I know what she wants to, but she doesn't have the information yet. She's basically gonna like almost move into position, like so that when whatever happens, she's close enough to take action, kind of thing.
Okay. So you want to get to the outside, up to the ledge there also?
Yeah.
Are you like climbing among the skeletons? Like just being unseen, like by the invisibility spell? Or are you up on the cliff at a different height, like Spider Sparrow and this shit? Don't steal my trademark, by the way.
Yeah, she'll avoid... She'll kind of move up to the side, like out, like in a different area, away from them. Kind of get a different angle.
Okay, so tell me how you're doing that. Climbing on the side. Describe the image.
What is how steep is it? Like, is it craggy or is it a sheer wall?
No, it's craggy. It's not like bricks. And it's sloped in weird ways, and there's jagged bits. There's just kind of... It all just sort of funnels to this, like, 20-foot wide sort of cliff that you can manage to scramble up.
So she's actually going to take a rope out of her adventuring gear. She's going to tie, like, a loop around it. And she's going to give it to Tigli and have Tigli fly it up there and drop it over a rock. And she's going to use it to climb the crag.
Forgot about your lizard. Yeah, defy danger dexterity.
Now here's the thing.
What's the thing?
Oh wait, never mind.
All right, never mind.
It ain't no thing.
Here's the thing. It isn't.
It isn't. It's only in a 12+.
You're climbing up a rope and make it to the a different top of the ledge, and then you understand from James Blackwater what's going on. And you have the same information as him too, because you've seen this before, right? You're the one who actually spotted this thing, but it's very far away. Now it's getting closer. I think you're surveying the area.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You mean like... You
got a bad feeling about this. So... Because I think the thing is... Yeah. You may have had a different plan what you were going to do when you got up here before you realized what was up here. But this is like an instinct going off. This is terrifying, right? Because it filled you with terror earlier. So you just
Right.
lock in. You kind of go into like strategy mode by instinct, kind of like James did.
Right. And her first strategy is actually to reach for her poisons. But yeah, she is a bad. I've got a bad feeling about this. So, what can I see that no one else can?
Quentin falling down the hill.
Do you have any kind of special business for your vision?
Special business for my what?
Yeah, do you have any kind of moves or...
Like detect magic or something.
Oh, what's your death mark? Oh, it was your
Hands.
arms.
The arms.
Well... Well, I'll say this then. Maybe you're like higher up the cliff wall because you went up a hard way. So you have a little more vantage than James does on everything. Well, from a top-down perspective, and you can see those flames that are just out there and around. They're not just like random fires that were laid down like a carpet. You can see that they're piercing up through the ground, and the ground is tearing further and further. And they seem to be pulsing to a rhythm. Broom, broom, broom. You know, like a horse's hoofbeats as the ground is spraying apart, breaking apart.
Is the creature entirely made out of fire? Is that something she can see at a glance? Or is it just creating... Is it like a creature that's burning? Or is it just...
It's just fire.
A pure fire elemental?
Just doesn't really look like a creature yet. Because it's all around. It's all of these holes everywhere. They are slowly spreading wider and wider. And pulsing with light at a rhythm.
Okay. What's the best way in, out, or through?
There's not a good way in, out, or through. There's not even a sort of bad. They're all bad ways in, out, or through. The best way, heading towards that orange thing in the sky, that's the worst way. Worst possible way, right? Every other direction is like the earth tearing itself apart and spitting forth fire. Those don't seem like good directions either. Back through the valley, like, if the thing is just coming, right, then now you're in a valley, you're just going to run, you have to hope you can outrun it, maybe you can't. That's not a good way, but that's the best way, because the others are like burning to death, or getting burned to death. That one is getting burned to death, like, later, though.
Ah, okay.
That is the best way to escape.
Okay.
What do you do now? You take that moment. It's just like a moment for you to realize, like, oh no, it's all broke. But after that, like, just a split second of panic, you get yourself under control. And what do you do then, Sparrow?
See, like, I don't know. She's not that. Honestly, I think she continues. She doesn't see an opening yet, so she's gonna keep watching.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna wait till the opening presents itself. And she's kind of got half an ear on this thing and half an ear on James and the rest of the crew. If they pull out, she'll pull out behind them. But,
yeah.
Yeah, she's watching while she thinks.
Okay. Well... Alright, James, let's roll to lead your crew.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I've got to roll some things. No, I want to spend my two hold blood and tradition to call for reinforcements.
Nice!
Oh my god, so
And
many
also-
skeletons.
That ogre thing that I posted, and the thing I posted earlier for my hireling, I don't really care what he's called, but he's an ogre skeleton. And he's got +4 warrior, 2 protector.
Oh, because you leveled up.
Yeah, fucking hireling.
So you get another dude.
Yeah.
They've heard the stories. They want to be part of the army.
What's his name, though? Like, fuck you.
What's an ogre name? I don't know. What do ogres name themselves? Something ridiculous.
Well, it's for Shrek, usually.
But it's got to be bone themed also.
Bone themed?
Yeah, because he's a skeleton, right? Or like dead dude themed, or whatever. A James Blackwater thing. Get your shit together.
We'll call him Tibbs the ogre.
Tibbs.
Like tibula, you know? Tibbs the ogre.
He's got you there.
Tibbs.
I will split the difference with you at tibulus.
Tibulus.
Tibulus is
Because
good.
at least then the words in there and the pun might work.
Wow.
Just
I thought it
saying.
was funny. They thought it was funny. I don't know. I think I was laughing.
You can call him Tibbs for short.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
I felt like everybody was
Tibulus. I do like
laughing.
that. I like that.
He hates it, though. He doesn't want you to call him Tibbs. Never do that.
Alright, tibulus. What's his knack? Or his price? Cracking eggs! Knock 'em real good. He wants, oh, he wants to make a, oh man, what's it called? Yeah, make a large show of force. Like, he wants everybody to know you're the baddest in town, and whatever you gotta do to prove that. That's what's gonna happen. And so you said he's warrior what?
Warrior 4, protector 2.
And loyalty?
+1.
Alright. He's like an ogre or something. Here. Oh, I'm not giving you that. Fuck you. I can deprive you of something. Okay, James. We haven't seen Tibulus yet, right? He wasn't just there all of a sudden. How do you call upon reinforcements?
So I did it one way. I think there's one way. Like there's two ways, right? Up top, the real world, I use like this gateway. I call upon the very underworld, and like skeletons pop up out of the ground and shit, right? Down here, I think all we gotta do is I probably look at one of my skeletons, I grab his horn, and I summon forth my my death knell ancestry, and blow upon the horn and call for reinforcements from the Deathlands.
Yeah. So all around us, the ground starts breaking apart. As bursting up from holes comes skeletons. All around you, everywhere, right? Bones aplenty here in the Deathlands. As these skeletons start jumping up. These skeletons look different, though. They're like, some of them are on fire when they burst up out of the ground, right? And some of them have already been burnt almost black, and their bones are brittle. They look more like coals. But they run anyway, with mad abandon. And then, from somewhere in the side of the valley cliff, like, a rock breaks open as a big skeleton comes out. He's been buried here for a long time, right? He's an old school monster, but he came bursting out, and there's Tibulus with a mammoth fetus, a mammoth, a mammoth pelvis bone.
That's been a long time.
Like a hip bone. Mammoth fetus. He's got a hip bone, like a mammoth-sized hip bone, pelvis thing to beat them to death with. That's his club. What else do you have to roll, James Blackwater?
Is this a battle now?
Oh yeah, so you're entering a fight, I guess. Yeah.
Alright, so this is Green Eyes of Death. And I can't remember what that actually is. Hold 1. Yeah, hold 1. And
What did the Green Eyes of Death do?
it's just a free thing of it. I could spend hold after to make a NPC freeze.
Oh,
While
okay.
I hold. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Just
got you.
rehash of that from the whole green weather cloud thing.
Yeah.
And this one. This is the veteran move. Oh my god.
You're going
I failed
ham.
that yet. It's bad. Fail that. Skirmisher. That's hold 3. So.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Alright, you got more hold than you could possibly ever spend. Now, can you roll to lead your crew? They charge into the darkness.
We're gonna +1 for discern reality.
No. The only thing that you could direct them at is not what would protect them from it.
Okay.
Because you know about the big head, the big horse that's running at you. That's the size of a hill. Like we said with Sparrow, you didn't know that the ground was actually tearing open, right? And when you summon forth these skeletons, it starts to break apart the ground faster than before, Sparrow. It starts crumbling away even faster. And you just want to yell out, like, what are you doing, right? But you don't get a chance to. All these skeletons come pouring out of the ground, and they're charging forward. But as the ground tears open, once it's far enough, Sparrow, you can see there is a bubbling liquid in there, right? A molten something. And it pops and it sizzles. And then forms start leaping out of those that are in the shape of a horse at first, but on fire, like the one you saw. But these don't last long. This fire is much hotter than the one that was burning that horse. Its flesh is seared off and melted away in a few moments, and its innards basically evaporate as all that is left is a skeletal burning nightmare that runs out from all the holes everywhere, bursting out of the ground. Is the army of nightmares
That's nice.
that are servant to the king of nightmares. That's the 9 result. That's the problem.
That's a big problem.
We've been there. We've been building up to it. Thank you.
Jesus.
But yeah, this is when the Inception horns blow, right? And Raylan, when you come to the top and you see the skeletons and everything, you see for sure, right? Your senses tell you, here's the guy. Because you see the orange thing, and you can start to see the outline of a horse body below it, right? But also burning. But then you see a smaller shape above the head you couldn't see before. It's like a flaming crown floating above the horse's head as the King of Nightmares is riding forward.
Oh.
Yeah. Big boy. All right.
And with the beat of his hooves, on the ground, that's when the lights pulse. That's when the fire pulses. With the beat of his hooves, James Blackwater, that's the vibration you're feeling that's tearing apart the ground. And your crew makes it out, but they are engaged now, right? These horses came out of the ground. They weren't coming inward. But they're fighting. Raylan and James, what do you guys do when the shit begins for real?
Yeah, okay. What do I do? Well, I'm thinking what I can do to him. If I use a soul severing sword. So here's the thing. With trapping things inside of my machete, it's not actually a move that's on my machete. It's just like a thing I have. So maybe I can hurt him with the fucking soul severing sword. Maybe. I'm just thinking about all the damage I could maybe try to hurt this guy with.
It's gonna take a lot.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, I don't have anything to do with the horses, but hopefully his army's dealing with that. I'm not gonna do Harbinger of Doom yet. Alright, I got a question for you though, Justin. So, I can stay in Raylan form until I commit an act of like gruesome violence or something.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much when I fight. But I also have Ward of Protection that can stop magical effects. Could I use that to keep the chaos at bay? Like use it on myself.
Use to keep your chaos at bay?
Yeah, like from like taking over my form is basically the question here.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have to use any of the moves, but you know.
Yeah, it would cut you off from any chaos moves. Wow. Yeah, you could. What's the move? Let's read the move. Let's see how you can apply this to yourself.
Yeah, so Ward of Protection. You have a device that is proof against arcane magic. It's my machete. This could be something you wear, like a bracelet, blah, 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 blah. Potion you wear. So, okay, cool. When you use the protection of this device to thwart a magical effect, actively or passively, roll plus con. 10 plus, you are unaffected by the magic, so 9 you can either suffer the effects to a lesser degree or exhaust yourself and mark a ability of your choice.
Roll it. Roll that.
Okay.
This will actually protect you from something else also.
Neat. Cool. Good. So yeah, like I guess like I get to the top and I'm like I pull the machete off and I'm like looking at the soul server and I'm like maybe. But yeah, I'll like probably like grab the sword, like cut myself a bit and like activate this thing. 9.
Okay. Yeah.
So either suffer to a lesser degree or exhaust yourself and mark a ability of your choice.
Here's the choice. Here's the choice.
Okay.
The lesser degree. I'm going to kind of give you a glimpse into what that is.
Okay.
Because your ward presses the demon down, right? He shrinks without even an effort. He doesn't resist you at all. It just... You can feel it just sort of like... It's not gone, right? But instead of it being a boulder inside your stomach, it's now just a grain of sand. But it opens you up to something else. This is the choice you're looking for. Either a debility or there's a roll you're going to have to make. You're exposing yourself to the magical effects of the King of Nightmares, which is, I'm a giant flaming horse who's unkillable and I'm going to stomp you to death and you're scared. Or you can take a debility.
Oh, fuck that garbage. Yeah, I'll slash my hand open real bad and just take a scarred, thanks. That's cool. I'm not going to talk to the King of Nightmares. Ain't afraid of this fucking pony.
Okay, you're good. Fantastic.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
James Blackwater and Sparrow. Now that the King of Nightmares is visual, or is observable, when you gaze upon the terrifying visage of the King of Nightmares and resist its influence, you must roll plus wisdom.
All right.
James is a truck.
Holy
Sparrow.
He ain't that scary.
Yeah, you're terrified for a moment, but I guess you both kind of latch on to doing your instinctual thing, right? Like lead them in, start a charge, ruin the world, but
Randomly
also
do nothing. Stand and watch.
watch in the darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were almost scared. It's like, oh wait, oh it's just a big horse. Okay.
Well, you resist the terrifying visage of the King of Nightmares.
Okay.
Are you guys charging out?
So just paint this picture for me a little bit. So there were these like fires that were everywhere.
Yeah.
And then and the ground was cracking and they burst open and now these horses are coming out. Is it like kind of all around us? Like is it basically like a wall of fire? That this
It's not a
thing
wall.
that this
It's not a single wall. It's patches.
Okay, so like you could like pass between them, I guess.
Yes.
But he's like running at me. Why bother? Why just I could just wait, I guess. He'll be here shortly. Is there anything else I can do? He's an otherworldly thing. So I guess I could try something. Let me just see.
Could try something.
Yeah.
He's a little more than an underworldly thing. He is a ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got a ton of stuff for ghosts.
Yeah. He is attracted to you, apparently.
Yeah, he thinks I'm hot.
Yeah.
He hates it though. Yeah, so I have a move called Ghost Talker. You can see and interact with all ghosts and spirits of the dead and peer into the spiritual workings of the undead, even if they are mindless. When you study an undead creature, ask whatever questions you like from the Discern Realities list or not.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go on faith that my my closing the gate will work. That'll be fine. So I'll just ask the bullshit like barbarian one, right? Where's this thing's weak point?
Yeah, it's running and it's just sort of a flaming. But once it starts getting closer, you can start to see its body is not all aflame. There's it's like the horse is running against the air, and like the wind resistance shearing against it is what's causing the flames to rise up, right? The rest of its body you could walk on like its back, right? Where the wind just sort of whips around it. Although the tips of the hairs of its mane do catch some more wind, right? And they're like there's sort of a thin sparkling, or like a sooty sparkling. He is the king of unicorns. There's like a sooty cloud that seems to originate off the back of the mane. But if you're gonna hurt this thing, like its hooves and its bones, they just look like fucking stone. They look like they're blocks of concrete that are probably wider across than your body. Like, that's not gonna work. Like hitting him in the feet. That's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
The weak point is that he has a body still, right? If you can get past the flames, if you can climb up him, he may have a weak point higher up. And you know what the weak point is? It's the crown.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then I can. Seems like I can finally achieve my dreams of climbing a big monster.
That's your dream.
It's the only dream I ever have.
Pretty good dream.
It's a good dream. Okay, just making sure I don't have any other bullshit. Yeah, okay. Other things that say that ghosts like me and I can hurt them. Cool. Let me just look at closing the gateway just so I don't miss anything. I deal more damage. Dope. Fucking. Okay, well, after I hurt him, he could choose things. Well, I'm sure I know what that answer is. Okay. I think that's my garbage. For now anyway. I'm gonna wait for him to keep to me. My plan is to like when he tries to stomp me, I probably put the machete away because I want to I just want to jump up and try to latch onto his bones and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to jump his bones.
It's a time away from that yet because there are nightmares streaming around everywhere. So if you don't want to just sprint through the field, you do need to do something about smaller flaming horses.
Okay.
And fight
all right,
going on around you. Yeah. How do you engage in that? Which you can hunker down at the cliff and be like, I'll sit behind the shield wall and just wait, or something else.
Okay. Okay. They're like undead horses, right? Sure. So, all right. I guess I'll keep the machete out until this guy's closer. I imagine he'll be here soon. He's very big. I want to James is directing whatever, and I imagine 10 is near me. I don't know what Quentin's doing. Probably doing something smarter than we are. I'm gonna take out the black skull mask, my holy symbol. I put it on, and I'm going to turn undead.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck these horses.
Harsh.
Oh right. I guess we have a bunch of. Well.
There's
I don't
questions.
know, James.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there's questions.
James.
He's fine now, right? He's a flesh boy.
No, James ain't undead.
Yeah, he's a flesh man now.
He's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a flesh boy. You're good.
Yeah, his whole crew.
Right, but they're basically they can't get near me.
Yeah.
That's what it does. So if they're fighting horses, fine, and he has a move to just make more skeletons.
I don't.
And see, in the Deathlands, you're like, well, isn't everybody a ghost? Well, no, because you're in the Deathlands. You are a spirit, right? But you're in the right place, so you're not undead, right? There's a lot of nasty border politics. But it's the constructs, skeletons, nightmares.
Yeah.
Those are undead.
Sure.
So those are the kind of things that'll suffer.
Yeah.
We'll roll.
Yeah. So I mutter something. It has to be a prayer. It's basically I don't know. It's just well, all right, Dax, I'm here. So make these things fuck off. Amen or whatever.
That's an awesome prayer. I love it.
Amen or whatevs.
12. So
Nice.
that's
Can't do
really
better than
good.
that.
So on a 10 plus, you are you also momentarily daze intelligent undead and cause mindless undead to flee. Aggression breaks the effects and they are able to act as normal. Intelligent undead may still find ways to harry you from afar. They're clever like that.
Yeah. Well, as the skeletons go charging out, you create basically an area where no skeleton may enter, right? No undead may enter. And the horses, the nightmares, they try to veer to avoid it when they come charging in, and it just sort of appears. Some of them fail and smash against it, and it just sort of like a grinding wheel. It just sort of it just bone shards and shit go flying. And you've created a little bubble. The army is stuck out there, so that might concern James. It's just that they are separated from him and everybody else. But the nightmares and stuff, they are fleeing. And the skeletons are in the light having trouble, but they're able to move.
Okay.
Okay, can
Yes.
Sparrow try something now?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna do something very reckless and stupid and probably ineffective, but it sounds cool.
That's what we want to do.
So she had kind of been fingering, or like she's kind of been holding this, not sure if she's gonna use it or not, but now she's like, what the hell? Why not? You only live once, right? Whatever. Um, so she grabs like a dose of golden root, like smacks it like it's on her palm, reaches for the rope with the other hand and swings down and tries to land on one of the baby horses and smack his flank with the golden root so she has a mount.
They're very
She's
hot.
not
They're very hot.
sure. They are. It is hot. This is true, but she's already dead, so whatever.
Whatever.
No. And she's no idea if the golden root's even going to work on undead. It probably won't. But she's
Man.
tired of sitting up here on the top of the mountain watching.
Either you make a friend or you ride the rodeo.
Right? Like that's all she got is her golden root. That's like that is her only weapon in these Deathlands. So she's about time she find out if it actually works or not.
Feel your pain. Feel your pain. It's like throwing robots at Terrasana.
I mean, she'd rather find out now than when she actually comes up against somebody that, you know.
You may be able to do this somehow. It's too much. It's too like complicated.
Okay. I mean, if she's swinging down and then like catching one as it runs by, kind of thing.
It's that they're undead flaming horses.
All right.
Because they don't have any flesh. There's nothing to poke it into.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Never mind then.
That's the
Okay.
only problem.
Well,
No, that's okay.
I don't know. I don't know if it means anything. I guess, like, do you have that, like, move that just, like, touching it is enough?
Well, yeah,
again,
but if
yeah.
there's nothing to touch,
I mean, bones, right? But yeah.
I mean, is it
You
something
can't
so they
poison
don't eat?
bones.
Not with that attitude.
True. We are fighting
Would
death, so.
so a like throwing a dagger with golden root Adam wouldn't work either? Or are they just literally pure fire?
Not this way. Not once they're
Okay.
burned away. Like you have, I think
Okay.
you had an idea because I told you that they do have horse bodies when they come out, right?
Right.
And then
But
that
it's too
stuff
late
like burns and melts.
Okay.
If these are live, real horses when they come out of that hole, and you could somehow douse the fire burning them, I mean, maybe it would be a live, real horse.
In the dead ones.
And then you could golden root it.
Okay. Never mind then. Move on to someone else.
No, but I want a pit that's just spewing normal horses.
That'd be pretty badass.
Just a bunch of panicked horses.
Well, let's do... Oh, shoot, I ripped out my headphones. Let's do Quentin. Because these are a few moments going far for somebody who's just tumbling down a hill. Defy danger with your constitution for me, Quentin.
It was a big hill. Okay. Constitution.
Yeah.
It's my small size and... There. Wait. Small size and event. It could save my ass.
No, it's not. Rocks don't care how big or small you
Damn
are.
Big rocks.
So you can hurt this thing again, but you're just gonna keep tumbling and bashing against rocks as you struggle with it. Or you can focus on stopping yourself and lose your grip.
Nah, I'm gonna keep tumbling.
All right, deal damage.
Worth it.
Nice, 11 damage. You did 7 the first time. Quentin, it's a good day for you. you feel like now you're actually hurting this thing, like pretty bad.
Well,
Whatever it was doing in your dream or whatever is a different thing. But in the dream, it seemed you did nothing, and now you're hurting it. You're fighting it. But I'm going to deal... a D8. D8 damage.
okay.
Because it's not...
Tumbling down the hill. Holy shit.
Wow.
Norse armor?
No, it's like actual rocks. What do you do? You're still tumbling. This thing is...
Still tumbling?
Yeah, you feel this thing that has like hands or whatever grasping at you, trying to tear away at your face and stuff. And you're just like bashing at it, and he's just got one hand on you because you can feel the other one moving around, and you feel like the scrape of metal across your back with that phoenix in its hand.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I want to grab the blade of the phoenix or the hand, the wrist, whatever, and drive it into whoever's wielding it.
Okay. Yeah, you've got to catch the blade. Defy danger with your... I don't know. It's up to you. It could be dexterity or strength. It's either you like wrestling and forcing, or like waiting for a moment and like getting like a snatch.
+3 or +0? I think I'll take the +3.
Seems like a good idea.
Good thing.
But it's a 7. So something bad happens. You do get a hold of it. Okay, you get a hold of it. But like you said the first time, maybe it was a slip when you said grab it by the blade.
Yeah.
But that's what happens. You get a hold of the sword, it's just like, and you just feel like stinging pain as you do get a grip of it, but your hand is just sliced. You just grip down harder to hold it. And you've got a hold of it, but your hand is fucked up. So take a D10 plus 1 damage. This does ignore your armor.
But I have gauntlets. Okay. Oh boy.
Wow.
Man,
I'm looking at 2 HP.
Jesus.
So it slices your hand open, you give out a cry, and you're just coming off one last like ledge, and there's like a 10-foot drop to the rock floor. And it's when it slices your hand, you lose concentration. The thing like turns you, and he drives you down. Like you're the small spoon or whatever. That's not even the right way to say that, but
Okay.
He uses you as a crash as the
smaller spoon.
Yeah, he uses you as the safety pad for him, and it just like you feel shit break. Quite frankly, this is the worst thing you've ever felt when you land, and I think he gets you a second time, sticks the sword in, or slices you on like the ribs, but it doesn't like go into your body. But you get to do something back. Because you did get a hold of the sword.
Yeah.
What do? You got that sword gripped, right? You have it gripped. You got your thing. I didn't just fuck your life. You did get to hold the sword, so you want to try and like bend the thing in and stab him with it?
I think since I'm on the bottom now, instead of trying to stab him, I grab the sword and I kick up, right, to get him off me.
Okay, so you want to kick him off you, and you have the sword now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Defy danger with your strength. It's a defy danger strength. It's not a hack and slash.
I'm gonna die, dudes.
I don't know if that's excitement or fear.
So
Yeah, I don't eat.
deal damage.
I mean, you have your phoenix though.
I do. I grabbed it, I guess.
See?
So you're gonna kick him off you no matter what, but it's up to you. You can hang on to the sword, but it slices you up again. Like he stabbed down and you felt it like hit the stone and you got a hold of it then. And when you kick him, either you have to hold on to the sword, which means it jerks away from you, and you kind of like digs against your ribs and you're like slices your arm and your hips, all that, like you take damage that might fucking kill you. Or you don't get the sword also. You just kick him off you. It doesn't mean he's still on top of you. Then you will have him off of you. Like you'll be back on that footing where he's not leaning over you, but you just won't have the sword in your hand.
Problem is, if I take the sword, I'm dead. Actually, there's no way I'm not dying.
It looks very likely that it would just kill you.
But you'll live.
Is it a phoenix? We're gonna find out because I'm taking
guess.
the fucking sword.
And you're already dead, so.
Did say that this
D10
is my
plus
last
1.
life.
It's a D10
I'm
plus
gonna
1.
enjoy it.
And it ignores
I do
your
get armor. What? Why?
You know what? You're right.
Shit, I still die.
I'm rethinking that last one also. Maybe it's not ignoring your armor yet. Because I think you would have 6 more hit points. I mean, how much armor do you have?
3. So
Oh. So that last one should only have been 8.
13 goes to... I think I'm alive. I think. -3. I got 2 hit points again. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. Because it is the Phoenix. That's the move I was making, is that it does have the Phoenix. And the Phoenix doesn't ignore armor, even though this creature's regular hands would, but never mind.
Okay.
Yes, you pull it, you hold on to it, and again, you don't see anything. You don't even see the blade when you kick him, right? It's all just invisible shit you're holding on to. But you kick and this, like, smoky thing just disappears in the other smoke, and it's gone. But as you hold on and the thing, like, drags and carves up your arm, as you hold on, when you feel its grip let go, you do have the Phoenix in your hand. So I just want the last shot. We look around, like we had the panorama of the skeletons running out to fight the nightmares and Raylan doing his spell to protect everyone at the ledge. And Sparrow still up at the cliff, watching from afar. And the last thing you want to know is, Quentin, when you kick this thing off of you and you see the other skeletons and like the glow of Raylan's turn undead up top, what do you do?
I think he looks at the Phoenix for a moment. He looks at the smoke. And raises the Phoenix in the air and starts screaming as it flares into the fiery shape of a phoenix.
So you want to cast a spell?
Yeah.
Roll it.
I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds. Don't be a 6. There we go.
So the last shot we're gonna get. Go ahead and roll your healing. You do heal yourself. Our closing shot is Quentin at the good roll. Quentin at the bottom of the hill. He sees the light up there in the chaos. The shining light of Raylan's turn undead spell or power. And he looks down at the shadows where this creature is apparently stalking or whatever. And just holds up his sword. It bursts into a phoenix as he's letting out his war cry. Bloodied. And that's going to be the end of the session.
Nice!
The fight has begun.
Cool. The beginning at the end.
There's there's like 3 boss fights in this one. It's good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took some notes, so I don't remember all the shit that I have like going on. I guess I have a question.
Yeah.
Because he's like the King of Nightmares is like pretty far away, and he's getting here. And I rolled a 10 plus on that turn undead, which does stun intelligent undead momentarily.
Yeah.
Does that happen like right then, or is that like when he gets closer, like when he actually like gets near the aura or whatever? That's all I want to know, just for my notes.
I think from what you understand about how undead works at this point is that
Oh well, he's a ghost. I guess he belongs here.
yeah, he's not undead for the reason that you guys
Gotcha.
are.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did say he was a ghost. My bad.
So Dennis, what's the shape of your Patronus? That's what I want to know. Is it a magpie? Is it?
It looks like a
Deer.
helmet. It's a helmet that has this long. Never mind. Let's go. Let's do our end of session. Did anybody resolve a bond? Sparrow. Sorry. Sparrow can probably resolve bonds for like the next 3 or 4 sessions. Like, she's just like, oh, remember that last session when I heard everybody wanted to murder me? Yeah, I'm gonna resolve another bond over that.
Well, okay.
No, the thing is, she doesn't know. Like, she heard they were talking about him, but no one ever said anything about murdering her.
Oh, well, you're like.
Yeah,
You
you're
know,
not
when,
stupid, though.
you know when 2 people have agreed to kill you and they're like, but you promised we'd find her. Like,
Yeah, and I was like, oh, and we will find her, but we have a job to do, so we can do it later.
actually, no,
Like-
you know what? You may be right.
I don't
Yeah.
because Ten has never indicated that he didn't like her.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever David says, Ten has never indicated that he was unhappy with her.
Oh, yeah.
To her face.
He wasn't then. This is all stuff that happened in our session.
Right.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know what's going on.
It's a good point. I should have done something because I want to do that surprise. Sparrow was there the whole time. Thing
Like, she has
that-
a suspicion that there's something going on, but she has no idea that there's actually like a mark out on her.
Yeah, because I would have had you do basically a. Well, you can save that. So consider this: you've got pretty much free reign to, I think, launch a feels bad about something, feels bad man, this or whatever it's called. That
Throwing the memes.
yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this. You can kind of drop that whenever you want because I think you got a good point that we didn't actually address it. That's kind of my bad. So you could just at any point during the session, I guess, just say like, "Hey, do I notice that there's something fucked up about 10?" How's that sound?
I mean, I'm assuming it'll be obvious the moment he sees her, but so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Plus I
you
did
know.
kill you.
So, and that's the only thing is.
Oh yeah.
Is that?
Yeah. That did
No.
happen.
You know what? I should have done it for you, so I'm just going to tell you what it is. Yeah. We're just going to add that into something. And when the fighting started, and 10 was climbing up ahead, right? We mentioned 10 climbing on their own, kind of leaving everyone else behind. The kids, I mean. Something wrong with 10's hands, Sparrow. Something wrong with them. The arms are elongated, and they're pale white. And the hands are larger, like an adult's hands, not like a 14-year-old's hands. And at the end of the fingers are long black nails. As he's climbing up the wall. Nobody else seems to notice it, but you see it. You see the mark of the black anise on him. Plain as day.
Oh, okay. That's not where I was going with that. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. And then again, she has no. So that it almost confirms her suspicions in the other direction that he's accepted the gift. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's something notable about this gift, though. Right? Your gift was a tattoo. People get weird eyes. Like, it's always more subtle than his body is transforming into this body.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
interesting and something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, there's
But
something
she's not
Yeah.
concerned yet because
Okay.
she's like, "Oh, cool, good for him." You know what I mean? Like, so it'll
Good
be
for
interesting.
him.
Cool.
Good for him. He's a demon now.
He embraced it,
Cool.
Yeah,
he's a young boy. They grow in weird ways sometimes.
right? She wouldn't know.
Okay.
Been a young child a long time. But no, I think it's actually Raylan's bond that
Okay.
needs to be dealt with. Because Raylan is talking about. See, that's what concerns her more. Is Raylan's promise to find her after he already killed her once?
Mhm.
Okay. So I have a bond. It's a little. I don't think it's resolving. So my bond with Sparrow, like I wrote one last time. It mentions 10 and her, right? It's like 10 is much cooler than Sparrow, so killing her to get him seems like a good deal. Now, I don't think it's resolving, but I feel like I'm more attached to 10 than Sparrow. So, because it already mentions both of them, can I just flip it to his bond?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, alright, that's what it is now. It's 10's bond.
That seems right. I guess you resolved that one, so yeah, you do get XP for that.
Is it actually resolving? Like,
Well, if you're changing it,
well, I don't. Well, it's jumping from one person to another person.
sure.
Is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you're right. That's
Yeah.
fine. What about James Blackwater? Resolve any bonds?
Quentin,
Hi,
Oh.
son.
how do you feel about participating in my conquest of the
Oh,
above
boy.
realms, my crusade, and helping me with that afterward, after our little conversation?
Wait, do you want to conquer the world? What the fuck are you talking about?
That's really
My
sudden.
bond is I shall convince Quentin to join me in my crusade.
Is that your crusade?
Maybe.
Did you bring that up to Quentin?
I talked about killing the dude, and that is
Yeah.
my.
Talk about killing death, I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, you said let's kill death, but what are you gonna do with it? Things.
Actually, yeah, he was
Okay.
kind of asking you pretty much the answer to your bond. What the hell are you doing this for? And you were like, shut up, we're already dead. Do what I say.
I didn't know, but I did tell him. I told him we're gonna go kill the dude who.
Yeah, but that doesn't
We
tell
didn't
you
battle.
But that's not what he was asking. He was asking like, but
Yeah.
why? What's the point? And that would I think that would be your crusade because you're doing this to get to your crusade, right?
To kill what's his face, yeah.
Yeah. To kill. So that's your actual crusade. It's not take over
Yeah.
the world. It's kill Kirador.
Whatever happens after that, that's different. That's
Yeah.
Okay, you evil man.
come back and reign over Deathlands. or something.
Well, I mean, I think Quentin said okay. Did he?
No, I think Quinton believes you're in over your head a bit.
Okay.
Like you're doing things just to do things. Like, I killed the three-eyed beast. Why? Because it was there, and I could kill it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna kill death. Why? What's the point? Because
I don't know if that's
I wanna
necessarily
be deaf.
true.
Why?
Everyone
Yeah,
I
kind
can't.
of knows why I killed the three-eyed beast.
That's
Why
a
did
sick-
I kill it? To save
Yeah.
what's his face?
Well,
He died.
I'll tell you this. I think that you have grounds enough to resolve the bond.
Yeah,
But it doesn't sound like he did agree, or that he was unsure about agreeing or something. Like, maybe you'll do something to convince him, or maybe he'll join my quest, or else.
that
how
sounds
you operate.
Blackwater-ish.
No, I can't. I can't force myself to PvP. I
Okay.
refuse to.
So you draw the line?
Well, does it change? Or are you still just completely set on getting him to join your crusade if he hasn't yet?
I'll just leave it.
That came out super sad. I'll just leave it.
I believe in you, James. You can do it.
leave it or delete it and make one with another NPC. I don't feel like making another one with the NPC. I don't think I have to yet.
All right. Well, dude. Like,
Okay,
like, I don't want to tell you how
so-
to, he could.
Oh, sorry.
This is how the motherfucker becomes a king if he helps you destroy people and take over the world. If he takes over the world, he gets a big name. Anyway, go ahead, Sparrow.
So it's now Raylan has killed me once and given my body over to his demon to play with. Now he has his claws in 10. I must find out the threat Raylan poses.
Oh, that's mean. But all right,
Yeah, that's a good one.
I saved him. That'll come to light, I'm sure. Yeah.
No, he's
Expect
As will
an
the
unbiased
fact that-
eye on me.
As will the fact that Sparrow did not kill you guys, your demon did.
Listen, Raylan. You don't need her. You don't need her.
Yeah.
Jealousy in your life.
I don't need her to judge me. I mean, let's rewind to before I killed you, where you tried to seduce my brain. So let's rewind there. But anyway,
Calm down.
Quentin,
I don't
did you
judge
resolve
you.
a bond?
Have a bond with James, where I state that we do terrible things, but we sure do things at least. That was actually the bond. I feel like I gotta change that now.
I feel like you do
Into-
too.
No.
What could I change it into? What's
Well, here's a good way for you to like. I mean, he asked you to join some crazy crusade or something,
yeah.
and you kind of said
Yeah.
no. Like, you could give us a reason for that in your bond. That whole thing you said
James-
about him being in over his head.
Yeah. James. Okay, let me phrase it. I'm gonna come back to that.
James
Guys,
is a
do you want-
fucking supervillain. I want nothing to do with him.
Do you guys want me to
talking
jinx
about?
next week's session? Because I can do that right now.
We'll be fine.
By
But you-
pointing out that we did not fail a single roll this week.
Yeah, we did
Really?
good.
I almost died on partials. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what that
Well,
means. Yeah,
yeah.
we'll be fine. I'm gonna climb this big dumb horse. I'm gonna knock his stupid crown off his head, and then we're done. We're good.
Nice. I can't wait. We finally got to. I was waiting for Omi for the longest time to make up Titans, right? Because I was like, I can't steal the climb big monsters thunder. I can't steal that shit. But
Mm.
the time has passed. It's time to climb a big monster and stab it in that brain.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. It's
Yeah.
gonna be real good.
Cool.
Do you got it, Quentin?
Alignments?
Or are you still worrying about it?
No, I'm just worrying.
Okay,
Okay.
that's cool. Yeah, I think something like that. Alignments. Quentin, did you defeat a worthy opponent?
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, you're still in
Well-
the fight.
Yeah. Okay.
Sparrow, did you do your alignment?
I don't know. I don't know that giving Dick Bangkok instructions counts as manipulating him.
Hey, we never had Dick Bangkok say hi.
Yeah, no, it was a short scene. It wasn't important.
He's a good friend of mine.
No, it would have been great. I regretted it immediately when I realized we glossed over it. It's up to you, Sparrow. You can mark it if you think you did. I think it's on the line. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. So it's up to you. Whatever. Take an XP for it.
Mm.
It's her new style of manipulating is being nice and asking politely.
There you go. Just hang out with Dick, and you'll get that every session.
James Blackwater. You scum
I
dog.
do need to change her alignment, actually. I think.
The manipulator of children.
I changed my
Yeah.
alignment to evil, so I'm trying to be evil, and it's hard.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Actual
I
supervillain. That's
hate
good.
being heartless.
You did
I think
some
you
evil
got it.
shit. You did some evil
Yeah.
shit, so you have a choice. You can either take XP for it, right? And be like, oh, I feel so bad being evil, but I'll gobble up that XP for it for goddamn sure. Or if you actually feel fucking bad, you can change your alignment to something else that makes you feel better. Or you can gobble up this juicy XP. I seared it perfect, medium
Yeah.
rare, slathered it in gravy. But
Yeah.
Keep being evil until it's
Yeah. I mean,
that's what I thought.
until I feel real bad.
I mean,
What I
you
thought.
can't You can't just hold a kid's dead father over their head and not be rewarded for it. I mean,
Feel real bad about it, but not bad enough to have to roll one more fail in the future to get to level 4,000. At this point, I need another move I'm not going to use.
Shut up. I use every single
But no,
one of
I
them.
really hate being evil.
I don't use Bloody Aegis. That is the only move I think I've only used it once, and that was in a nightmare session with Lorebog.
It's fine. You did good. I'm proud of you. Don't, you know.
Yeah.
What about Quentin? Oh yeah, we said no already.
Yeah, we see.
Raylan is who we missed.
danger shelter takes more than you. I mean, I made promises to 10, and I did my turn undead thing. I don't know if that was like endangering myself. I think we're all already just in danger. If anything, they're endangering themselves for me. I don't think I got it.
Okay. Did we defeat a notable monster or enemy?
No.
Oh yeah.
So no XP for that. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah. 10 has gross hands. And I can talk to his weird ghost grandma if I read this book.
We learned there's actually more than one phoenix.
Yeah.
Right? Is that a thing, or is it the same one?
Yes.
Okay.
We actually got to see the King of Nightmares also, like in his full glory.
Oh man, he's so beautiful.
He's so good. He's so big.
Filthy horse.
Such a beautiful stallion.
Yes, take XP. You only get 1 XP for that, but damn, that was probably worth at least 9. But you only get 1.
That's fine.
Unless
That's a
James
level up
Blackwater
person.
doesn't want to be evil anymore. Do you want to change alignment to give everybody else 9 XP?
Yeah, I'll just flip flop straight to good. I'm a good guy. I think I'm a good guy.
And did we loot anything or find treasures? Remember that human life is not treasure, not valuable. It's worth literally 5 coins in the book.
We
Phoenix.
I mean, we
That's
lost the
a
phoenix,
dead
then we looted a new phoenix.
This is a pretty
Yeah.
fucking good point, actually.
Yeah.
XP.
Yeah, you risk death to get your phoenix back.
That's a great point, man. That was a good catch, Jen. I wasn't even trying to be a dick about that one. I just didn't even think about it.
Cool. There we go. Beat the big horse. I level up. And yeah.
I am 1 point from leveling, but that's okay because we can't level in combat anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next
We
session
win the fight.
subtitle: Beat the dead horse.
That's good. That's
You
good.
gotta change the conversation.
All right. I'm gonna stop this now.